Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dale Mitchell, and I am the Executive Director of ETHOS, which is one of the very proud sponsors of this Senior Pride Luncheon, the only one that I know of that's going on in Massachusetts. We're very, very happy to sponsor this with the City of Boston, and I hope you all enjoy your day very, very much. It is a great honor to be a part of this and to see, I don't know how many years we've been doing this, maybe 10, I'm not quite sure. For those of 5 years? We've only been doing this for 5 years, but every single year it grows, it gets bigger. And now we're completely full up. I don't know what we're going to do if we have to find a bigger space. But one of the most wonderful things about this is to see so many new faces every year, year in, year out. What we are all about is building a community for older lesbians, gay men, bisexuals, and transgenders. And it is working. It is working. Thank you all for being a part of that community, and thank you so much for letting ETHOS be a part of it with you. There are a number of people from ETHOS that I would like to acknowledge and congratulate and thank for their support, and I'm not going to go through all of the names, except I'm going to single out one who is hiding. He relishes being in the background. But please give a round of applause for the ETHOS staff person who really organized this whole thing, our Director of Community Relations and Development, Ray Santos. Every year, Ray has been intimately involved in pulling this together. We have much more important people who want to speak to you than me, and I would like to start that process right away by introducing to you one of your biggest supporters in Boston City Hall, one of my best friends in the Elder Services Network. Please join me in giving, and a co-sponsor of this event, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Commissioner for the Boston Commission on Affairs of the Elderly, Emily Shea.
We love that we get to do this event with ETHOS, our partner, and we are so happy that you are all here to join us today. So thanks very much for coming. I want to mention a couple of our sponsors, because as you know, events like this we really can't do them without sponsors. So we have the BMC Health Net plan that has helped us today, and also the Susan Bayless Assisted Living. So a big round of applause for our sponsors, please. Now, I am filled with pride to have a boss and a mayor who prioritizes making our city inclusive for all people. This is a man who knows that we are stronger together, and a man that really cares about equality. Working in the Elderly Commission, we followed his example because we have an open and accessible and inclusive department for all, and we work in an inclusive city for all. So I'm really grateful to be in that kind of an atmosphere, and I'd like you to all join me in a very warm welcome for Mayor Walsh.
Thank you, Emily. Don't get up. Thank you, Emily. Let me up. Thank you. And you don't have to stand up. Sit down and enjoy yourself. Don't worry about that. I want to first of all thank Emily Shea and the entire staff at the Elderly Commission. They do some incredible work in our city every single day for our seniors, and it's important for us as we continue to move our city forward that we continue to strengthen our Elderly Commission. So thank you to the to Emily and to the entire staff here at the Elderly Commission. I want to thank Dale. Dale talked about him not being the most important person, more important people. There's not many more important people than what Dale has done and dedicated his career to at ETHOS and the stuff that he's done for senior citizens in our city. And what ETHOS has done for senior citizens in our city, in our state. And I want to thank Dale and the entire staff here because of the great work you do. Back when I was a state representative, you know, ETHOS didn't do a lot of work in Dorchester. It was mostly Kit Clark in Dorchester, but I understood firsthand the importance of having senior care and having programs for senior citizens. And in this event that we came to, this is my 4th time here, and my first time was 4 years ago. And I was a candidate for mayor, and there was actually probably that day, I think there was 12 of us running all together, and I think at least 10 came to this lunch. And we were all trying to make our own special little niche in the room to try and get support, but everything worked out for me, so thank you. All right, they want me at the podium. Hold on, let me get to the podium. How's that? Is that better? Okay. But I just want to, again, just wish everyone a happy Pride Week. I want to thank the elected officials that are with us today. We have two incredible elected officials. I'll start with Matt O'Malley first, and I know he's going to speak in a minute, but City Councilor Matt O'Malley, this year in City Hall, actually last year in City Hall, there was some conversation about the transgender rights bill that was making its way to the legislature. In that time, Liz Malia obviously is a huge supporter of that bill and so many other things, but what we did in the city was we talked to Matt and talked to other councilors and we said, we're gonna fly the transgender flag. Well, the first thing we did was we turned the bathroom outside the mayor's office gender neutral, and that was important. We turned them, we then turned where it's not so public, the bathroom inside the mayor's office gender neutral, so that we send a very strong message. And then we flew the transgender flag. And we're able to fly that flag until the legislation got passed, and the legislation did get passed. Something that happened in our office over the last couple of months was I had a scheduler in my office. His name was Alex. And he came to me and he talked to me about that as growing up, he grew up as a little girl. And there was some point in his life as he got older, he just didn't know which way to go. And he said, I chose the male way. And I chose being a gay male was probably the way to go. And he wasn't satisfied with where he was living and what he was going on inside of him. And he came to me and came to our office and he said that I'm going to begin transitioning from Alex to Alex, a female. And you know, he came to us over the last few months, and what really struck me was the young people in the office, the acceptance, and there wasn't one question of hesitation there. And I thought back to the struggles that many of you have had over the years. And I met one couple that's 30 years together, right here, this couple here, 30 years together. And I thought about, as when they said that to me, 30 years ago was a heck of a lot different than 2017. And many of you in this room know that. All of you, most of you in this room know that. And you know, the struggles that you went through, and they were struggles. And over the last, 16, 17 years here in Massachusetts, starting with the vote on marriage equality, and I talk about it every time I get to the microphone, because it's that important of a vote. And that vote was somebody who's in this room, was really one of the leading people in making sure that marriage equality was protected in Massachusetts. And she doesn't always get the accolades as far as the spotlight, but she doesn't want the spotlight, but it's Representative Liz Malia. The day that vote came down, my phone number in the office was 722-2188. The day that vote came down, not the vote, the day that ruling came down from the Massachusetts Supreme Court, immediately people were talking about reversing that. DOMA was talked about. And one of the first calls I received was from Liz Malia. And she says, I need you in this vote. I need you to be with me. I need you to stand with me. I really need your help. And I know it's going to be tough for you. And she went on and on. And I said, no, it's not going to be tough. I'm with you. And when I said that, we built a team. We built a team to support marriage equality. And this year, we were able to work with the legislature to pass, again, Liz Malia doing this, pass the transgender rights bill. And I think that, and I've said this before, these are important landmarks, and the thing that makes us all proud of it is it happened in Massachusetts. And that happened in 2004. And in 2004, we had a Republican president, and we had a Republican governor, and we were able to protect marriage equality. In 2004, we had a Republican president, we had a Republican governor, and we were able to bring universal health insurance to every resident of Massachusetts. So when people start to think about what's happening on the Washington scene right now and getting concerned about it and getting worried about the future of our country, think about, we've had struggles before, you've had struggles before, people have had struggles before. We will get through this time as Americans. We will make sure, because of elected officials like Matt O'Malley and Liz Malia and other people, that we're going to work to protect people's rights. We're going to work to make sure people have health insurance. We're going to work to protect our environment, our climate, and we're going to work to protect all those things. So no matter what policies come down over the course of the next 3.5 years, we're still going to move forward on our policies here in the city of Boston. I want to wish you all a very, very happy Pride Week. And the theme of the parade this year is Stronger Together. And it's a perfect time, so we are stronger when we are together. Thank you and God bless.
I think that was a little anemic too. Come on, give him a real big thank you! Are we proud of our mayor? That's called gay love, Mr. Mayor. So it is now my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you, I'm going to get in trouble by being honest here, my favorite person in the Massachusetts State House. Somebody that I have known for a long time. We're now getting old together, which is a wonderful thing, right? We are now getting old together. Please join me in welcoming one of our own, State Representative Liz Malia.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ETHOS. Thank you to the City of Boston Elder Commission. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Mayor Walsh, and all the people who are here, who have been with us for so long, and all of those of us who survived in this battle. That's pretty damn good, isn't it? I just want to say one thing, and I'll try to be. Dale told me that I had to be brief, but I said I prefer to use the word short, because I am short. But the thing that has made it possible for us to get where we are today, after the battles and the victories that we won in 2004, it really was the fact that we built networks and we had team players. And the mayor, Marty Walsh, was one of the strongest team players our community has ever had. I tell people now, I don't know if I could live through going through another 2004 in some of the debate. I would do it. It would be a real challenge. But I know, and that's something that I take with me all the time, that one of the reasons we won that victory, one of the biggest reasons we won that victory was because people like Marty, when he was a rep, bridged the differences with people who were unsure or who were hesitant and really didn't know whether or not they wanted to commit and make that vote and open themselves up to a lot of negative press in their own communities, etc. Marty went to a lot of those representatives, and I remember this, talked to them and convinced them it was the right thing to do. I'm not sure we would ever be where we are today if it wasn't for the work that our mayor did, and that's one of the reasons why he can do just about anything, and I'm going to support him, because I think that's what makes us human, and that's what makes this life. In spite of all the craziness that's going on in Washington, that's what makes it possible for us to stick together and be here and have a community. So thank you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Pride, and enjoy. Thanks. And thanks so much, Dale. Was that brief enough?
Okay, we have another dignitary here I'd like to ask to come up and give his greetings to the crowd. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to my city councilor, one of your best friends in Boston City Hall, Councilor Matt O'Malley.
Thank you, Dale, and welcome back. Keep it going for Dale Mitchell, everybody. And welcome to Frank LaPiana's 75th birthday party. 75 never looked so good, Frank. Folks, it is such an honor to be with all of you today. My name is Matt O'Malley. I'm proud to be the District 6 City Councilor representing Jamaica Plain, West Roxbury, a little bit of Rosendale, back of Mission Hill, a little bit of Roxbury as well. And I just really wanted to come by to show my support for the incredible work that the men and women of ETHOS do each and every day. Dale Mitchell is the quarterback, but he's got an incredible team of staff, board members as well. And I did also want to note that the ETHOS family lost an incredibly dedicated board member for many, many years, Mary Mulvey Jacobson, who I know we can all feel with us today. She lost her battle with cancer a couple weeks ago. But ETHOS has done such great work making sure that Boston continues to thrive, and not only with the work with the LGBT Aging Project, but with Age Well West Roxbury, with so many other organizations. It's an incredible organization that we are so proud to support. And I also wanted to echo some of the words that were said by the two previous speakers. And I consider myself incredibly lucky to work each and every day with committed, passionate, and tireless leaders like our Mayor Martin Walsh, like our State Rep Liz Malia. They are leaders, they are mentors, they are friends to me, and I'm so grateful for their leadership each and every day. And finally, you know, it's a different world now than it was the last time we met here before last year's Pride. The world has changed. There is turmoil, there is transition in government, particularly at the national level in Washington, D.C. But the one thing that sort of keeps me going in this job, and should keep all of us going, is that we live in the greatest city in the world and the greatest state in the world. And we make sure that no matter what you look like, who you love, what language you speak, who you pray to, we are all Bostonians, we are all in this together, and ladies and gentlemen, we are all and will always be stronger together. Happy Pride, everybody.
Wow, okay. I just want to acknowledge the presence of three very good friends of ETHOS and three very good friends of the effort to create a community of older LGBTs. Please stand and acknowledge the presence of Lisa Krinsky, the director of the LGBT Aging Project. That was gay love. And the assistant director for the LGBT Aging Project and the ETHOS coordinator for Cafe Pride and Out to Supper, Bob Linscott. And I want to introduce formally our newest team member, who is coordinating our newest cafe. For those of you who don't know this, ETHOS opened its 5th LGBT cafe a couple of months ago, and it is our first cafe that is friendly for LGBT elders of color. And it is called Cafe Pride. And please join me in welcoming the coordinator and the leader of that cafe and that effort and that outreach and that community building activity, Paul Glass. That I'm really proud of. So, I think that is all we have for the, oh, wait a minute, I have something, I'll do this later. There's something about raffling and there's something about the what do you call these, the centerpieces? But I don't quite know all the details, so I'll have to get back to you on that. But, eat up.